From the muddy fields of post-war Europe to the high-tech farms of today, tractors have quietly driven progress. Here are 10 tractors that changed Europe forever. 10. Ferguson TE20. The Ferguson TE20, introduced in 1946, democratized farming. Harry Ferguson's genius wasn't just building another tractor. It was creating a revolutionary three-point hitch system that made the implement and tractor work as one unified machine. Better traction, improved fuel efficiency, superior control. This meant a lot for post-war Europe's struggling farmers. For a continent rebuilding from rubble, simplicity and affordability weren't luxuries, they were survival. The lightweight Ferguson, built initially in Coventry, became a visual symbol of recovery, of nations getting back on their feet. The numbers tell the story. Over 500,000 units exported globally. But here's the real testament to Ferguson's brilliance. Even Ford, the industrial giant, adopted his system. Today, nearly every modern tractor on Earth uses Ferguson's three-point hitch concept. If you love seeing how engineering changed history, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We've got 9 more legendary machines that transformed European farming, and trust me, it only gets better from here. 9. Lanz Bulldog. The Lanz Bulldog, introduced in the 1920s by Heinrich Lanz AG in Mannheim, was unlike anything before it. A massive single-cylinder hot bulb engine that could burn almost anything: diesel, kerosene, even engine oil. The hot bulb design used a single, slow-turning cylinder that gave farmers incredible flexibility. In an era when fuel supplies were unpredictable and expensive, this adaptability was revolutionary. The engine's simplicity meant fewer parts that could break, fewer things that could go wrong. But what if I told you that tractors from the 1930s, machines built nearly a century ago, are still working in fields today? How is that even possible when modern equipment often needs replacing after a decade? And what does it say about our modern approach to manufacturing when a machine from the Great Depression era outlasts equipment built in the 21st century? Well, bulldogs from the 1930s are still operational today in some German regions. 90-year-old machines still working the fields. These machines have outlived their original owners, their children, and in some cases are now being operated by the grandchildren of the men who first bought them. The secret was in the philosophy. Build it so simple that nothing can go wrong, and build it so strong that even when something does go wrong, it can be fixed. By the 1930s, Lanz had exported to over 40 countries, setting an engineering template for Spartan durability that would influence tractor design for decades. Even after being absorbed by John Deere in the 1950s, the Bulldog's DNA could be seen in later European diesel tractors. The philosophy survived even when the company didn't. 8. Zetor 25. The Zetor 25, produced between 1946 and 1962 in Brno, Czechoslovakia, became synonymous with agricultural modernization across the entire Eastern Bloc. Affordable, simple, adaptable, these weren't just features, they were necessities for post-war reconstruction. The 2-cylinder diesel and rugged transmission handled harsh terrain with ease. But here's the innovation that changed everything. Zetor adopted standardized spare parts and modular components in the 1940s. Farmers could replace broken parts without specialized tools. The export numbers are staggering. Over 70 countries, from Vietnam to Brazil. In many former Eastern European nations, the word Zetor became shorthand for tractor itself. 7. Ursus C45. Poland emerged from World War II with little left standing, and almost no agricultural machinery. Enter the Ursus C45, introduced in 1947. Technically a clone of the Lanz Bulldog, using the same hot bulb single-cylinder engine. But originality wasn't the point. Survival was. This rugged machine could run on crude oils, even improvised fuels during the desperate shortages of the 1950s. Polish engineers modified designs for forestry and industrial use, giving Ursus factories a pathway into broader mass production. 6. Lamborghini DL25. When Ferruccio Lamborghini returned from World War II, Italy was shattered. But where others saw rubble, Ferruccio saw opportunity. He was a mechanic, a tinkerer, someone who understood machines at a fundamental level. In 1948, he began assembling tractors in Cento from discarded military hardware. The DL25 used Morris and Dodge war surplus parts and featured a diesel engine of Lamborghini's own making. The DL25 wasn't luxurious or fast. It was built from necessity. But its real importance wasn't what it was what it led to. Ferruccio's mechanical precision, his eye for design, his pursuit of reliability, all of these qualities were being honed on these agricultural machines. But here's where the story takes an incredible turn. Ferruccio's tractor business thrived, making him wealthy. And like many wealthy Italians, he bought himself a Ferrari. But he wasn't impressed. The clutch kept failing. The car required constant maintenance. So Ferruccio, ever the engineer, went to Enzo Ferrari himself with suggestions for improvement. Ferrari's response? He allegedly dismissed Lamborghini, saying a tractor mechanic couldn't possibly understand sports cars, that a farmer had no business telling Ferrari how to build automobiles. Big mistake. Ferruccio decided to build one himself. So the DL25 is the machine that planted the seeds of one of the greatest automotive rivalries in history. Every Lamborghini supercar traces its lineage back to this humble agricultural machine, and one man's refusal to be dismissed. Today, Lamborghini Trattori continues as part of SAME Deutz-Fahr, producing advanced agricultural machinery. 5. Deutz D40. In the 1950s, as Western Europe entered its agricultural golden age, one machine led the charge toward modern efficiency. The Deutz D40, introduced in 1957, represented the shift from bulky pre-war designs to compact, efficient diesels. The air-cooled Deutz engine was revolutionary, lightweight, reliable, fuel-efficient, and farmers didn't have to worry about antifreeze or radiator failures. The D40 became a bestseller throughout Western Europe, making mechanization accessible to family-owned farms. It helped Europe boost its post-war food output dramatically, marking the dawn of modern European diesel tractor design. 4. SAME DA25. SAME, Società Comandita Motori Endotermici, was one of Italy's quiet engineering revolutions. While other companies grabbed headlines, SAME was innovating in mountain workshops. In 1952, it introduced the DA25, the first mass-produced Italian tractor to use an air-cooled diesel engine. This principle, born in workshops near Bergamo, gave farmers a lighter, more maintenance-free alternative to liquid-cooled diesel tractors. The DA25's twin-cylinder engine operated smoothly even in high temperatures and rough terrain, crucial in Italy's diverse microclimates. Efficiency was a key point. It could plow more land per liter of fuel than most contemporaries in its class. For Italian farmers operating on thin margins, this fuel economy made the difference between profit and loss. The DA25 proved that Italian design and engineering could rival Northern Europe's industrial giants. SAME's experiment paved the way for compact, versatile tractors widely used across vineyards, olive orchards, and small European farms. It redefined practicality, setting the tone for generations of Italian agricultural machinery. 3. Renault 56. By the 1960s, farming was becoming a profession, not just labor. The Renault 56 symbolized that cultural shift. The Renault 56 was equipped with a Perkins diesel and featured improved seating, better sound insulation, and updated controls. These might seem like small changes, but they transformed farm work into a less punishing job. It was also the first tractor many French farmers trusted for both field and transport duties, bridging agriculture and daily utility. You could plow your fields in the morning and drive to town in the afternoon. Renault became known for engineering tractor cabins that treated farmers like professionals rather than laborers. It was the beginning of the comfortable tractor era, and the 56 led that transition. The influence of Renault's agricultural division later extended internationally when it was acquired by Claas merging French ergonomics with German engineering precision. European farming would never be the same, and French style had shown the way forward. Before we roll into the final two, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this journey through Europe's engineering icons. The next two tractors redefined modern agriculture itself. 2. Fendt Favorite 622 LS. Built in Marktoberdorf, Bavaria, this model introduced a new level of comfort, refinement, and hydraulic sophistication to farming. With a 6.0-liter diesel engine delivering nearly 200 horsepower, the Favorite 622 LS was among the most powerful tractors in Europe at its debut in 1980. Yet its interior felt more like a Mercedes than a machine. Quiet, insulated, and equipped with a suspended seat and clear instrumentation. Fendt understood something crucial. The more comfortable and less fatigued a farmer is, the more productive and safer their work becomes. Fendt's hallmark innovation, Vario Drive, continuously variable transmission, would arrive later, but the 622 LS already hinted at the philosophy of the future. Power blended with precision and comfort. It was the first high-horsepower European tractor to behave like a car on long road sections, while handling enormous implements in the field. 1. Claas Xerion. Few modern tractors embody advanced design like the Claas Xerion. Introduced in the late 1990s and refined into today's 12,000 series models, the Xerion represents the pinnacle of German engineering ingenuity applied to the field. The Xerion broke every convention about what a tractor should be. Its rotating cab, capable of swiveling 180 degrees, lets operators control large implements in reverse with perfect visibility. Think about that for a moment. You're driving forward, then you need to operate a massive implement behind you. Instead of craning your neck or installing complicated mirror systems, you simply rotate your entire cabin. Its modular frame design allows for easy adaptation between farming, hauling, and industrial applications. The Xerion isn't locked into one role. It's a platform that can be reconfigured based on seasonal needs or specific tasks. With torque figures exceeding 3,000 Newton meters and continuously variable transmission, the Xerion is the definition of precision power. But what if the future of farming isn't just about making tractors more powerful or more comfortable, but about fundamentally reimagining what a tractor even is? What if instead of thinking about tractors as vehicles, we started thinking about them as modular platforms that could transform their entire function based on what you need that day? Well, that's exactly what the Xerion represents. The Xerion reimagined what a tractor could be. Not just a machine, but a platform. It forms the backbone of many large-scale European farming systems, especially in Germany, France, and Scandinavia. Large farming operations can invest in one Xerion chassis and then adapt it throughout the year for different tasks: plowing, hauling, industrial work, even snow removal. This modular approach changed the economics of farm equipment, making high-end technology more accessible. These 10 machines didn't just change European agriculture, they built modern Europe itself. Which of these tractors surprised you most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive.